Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Stardew Valley 1.4 here on Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. Well, today is a first day when I will start publishing a couple of episodes which contain multiple days inside. Specifically, I have decided to do this because I want to go through the spring season, cover some of the topics which I came across on my testing file, and see how it goes and potentially move on from the spring season further along in the game. So what are the things which I need to do today? So today I want to go and pick up the upgraded axe from Clint. Then I want to get my hands on some cauliflower seeds because it's the 16th of spring and I don't know if I have access at Pierre's store yet to the speed grow, so I would rather not spend money on that and plant the cauliflower on the 17th of spring. And due to that, I'm gonna kind of not have that much money to invest into purchasing the coop, which I really want to get. Don't get me wrong, I did not spend the previous episode talking for an hour about how great of an investment a coop can be if anyone even actually watched the whole damn thing. But yeah, I do apologize for that. I kind of got carried away, but there were some topics which came across the comment section that I wanted to cover and I was thinking about them. So thank you for the comments. Now, on my test file, I was testing certain other features because during the time when I was recording this footage were the holidays, so I had some time off as I took vacation and I was able to edit and render and put out some more footage, of course. So I've been checking out YouTube on the 1.4 update of Stardew Valley, and unfortunately my video is not manifesting at all in the Stardew Valley 1.4 because I do not have that many views. I mean, I think one of my most viewed videos has like 50 views or something, so that's not that much, and obviously competing with videos that had thousands of views is impossible for me right now, but I'm still gonna keep putting out the videos. So anyhow, I wanted to take a look specifically on the subject of, for example, the fish ponds. Well, what can I tell you? My father used to take me as a kid fishing and now I'm all about the fish. What can I tell you? Anyhow, some of the channels have covered the fish ponds, but not in the way that I wanted them to do that. They were more in a comedic sense and less of an deep dive slash added value. So I will definitely try to cover some of this. And the best case of me going through it will be when I will go into the town and show you the calendar. Because I came across a fun thing when it came to me dealing with the sturgeon in the fish pond, and I don't think this subject has been covered in depth all that much, or at least the way it has been was not the way I would have done it. So let's plant a few more of these and let's head back into the town. Ooh. Our mom has sent us money. Awesome. And Pierre is selling off some fertilizer. However, today is still salmonberry season, so we are still gonna be picking up salmonberries left and right. Because once I burn through the spring onions, and of course on the previous episode when I picked up like 26 or 25 spring onions, that will not happen every damn day, so I cannot technically rely on such luck. even though it wasn't like super lucky day, I believe. Anyhow, salmon berries will be a great source of energy, especially when I go into the mines. So anyhow, let's head to the town, pick up the upgraded axe so I can make my way to the other segment of my farm where the silo is standing next to the shrine for my granddad, and we're gonna be clearing out the farm, and potentially I'm gonna start to plant like 3x2 rather layout for trees so that I can eventually put tappers onto them and have steady supply of maple syrup and oak resin. Not crazy about the pine tar. Anyhow, reason why I wanted to come here and show you the calendar is not because I missed giving Haley her gift on her birthday, and I do apologize for that. The reason why I wanted to go and show you the calendar is because when I had my test file activated, it was before the 1.4 update has launched for Stardew Valley, which means I was already in the fall season when 1.4 dropped. So when I built my first fish pond, it was on the 8th of fall season, which is when I loaded in the sturgeon. And it took me all the way until the 20th of winter season to get the last request from the sturgeon to put in the Nautilus shelf. So it's 6 weeks of waiting for the sturgeon to get to the 8 fish in the fish pond requesting to get 2 additional fish living in there. Why does this matter? Well, it matters to me due to the fact that after we are rudely interrupted by a theft of customers here at Pierre's, because after the sturgeon fully populated the fish pond, which means 10 sturgeon were living inside, I kid you not, the sturgeon fish pond was producing sturgeon roe every damn day. I tested this for 12 days in a row. I even exited the file, returned back to see if the row would disappear if it was just like an issue or glitch or anything. But no, the sturgeon was producing fish roe every damn day. So is it actually worth the original investment of a diamond and then some other idiotic things which the sturgeon requests? Well, I think eventually it is. So, I mean, it's totally up to each person how they decide to play the game. If you want to go crazy with the animals, you can go crazy with the animals. Of course, I'm not gonna put a ton of fish ponds in my farm. Well, maybe I will, because the sturgeon is definitely worth it eventually. The time it takes to get there is like super long. I'm gonna go with 20 and I'm gonna go with 10 kale, and that's gonna be probably it. I still have a ton of the spring seeds for farming. I'm not gonna get tulips or jazz seeds. I do not have any bee houses yet, and if I would want to make flavored honey, then I would go for the blue jazz, because flavored honey from blue jazz is more valuable. So anyhow, before I unfortunately reached the full population for sturgeon in the fish pond, their production of the roe was highly inconsistent. I was having spikes where I had like twice, well, not twice, I had 2 days in a row the sturgeon roe, And then there was like a whole damn week when I didn't get a single thing out of them. And based on some of the videos which I saw on the internet, I saw that some of the actual fish ponds were producing stuff like driftwood. So I still don't know like if I should just go with something like lava eel, sturgeon, and I don't know what else can be super valuable. Obviously, if you want to get the squid ink, you have to go with the midnight squid or the regular squid. You can potentially try your luck and get your hands on octopus and load that in to see what will be produced. But on my testing farm, I actually have 2 sturgeon fish ponds, which keep producing sturgeon roe every damn day because they have been fully leveled up by now. Then I have 1 fish pond with salmon, then I have 1 fish pond with the yellow sea cucumber, and then I believe I have 1 fish pond with the midnight squid, which has so far produced a couple of the squid ink, so I might actually try my luck on some of the sewing in the test file so that I can cover some other topic here on the channel. Anyhow, I also want to thank you for giving me the tip to cast really close to the edge of any of the piers or any waterline, as this tremendously increases the chances of me coming across seaweed or any of the green algae potentially. So thank you very much, and I do keep reading through the comments. Anyhow, one thing which I really wanted to do by the use of the mods was to build a bunch of the fish ponds and load in fish. And I want to use one of the mods which gives you access to all the items, because for example, if you load up the rado into the fish pond, I believe it requests something like either 3 sunfish or smallmouth bass or something like that to be added as a food into the damn pond in order for the population to grow. So some of this fish are actually big carnivorous, so yeah, you gotta stack up on ton of variety of items in order to be able to level their population to the max. And this is something which I was also considering trying to build for the community and potentially trying to submit it to the wiki page of Stardew Valley. And that is how many days it takes for a fish pond for each single species to get to fully level up or fully populate the fish pond. So, for example, we know that sturgeon takes over 6 weeks just to reach the final request, so certain other species do not take as long. And also, it would be nice to have the actual list of selling price of each of the aged roe and what items are requested by each species on the wiki page in order to prepare in advance. Because for example, if you rush through, for example, the winter season, you do not pick up a single nautilus shelf because you hate playing through the winter, and then you find yourself in the spring of year 2 and suddenly your sturgeon requests the nautilus shelf. Unless you come across the shelf, not the shelf, the shell at the traveling card, well then you're basically screwed and you have to wait entire year to get to another winter season. And the nautilus shelf doesn't spawn every damn day, so you're gonna have to travel up and down. So yeah. Other fun thing which I came across, I finally upgraded the shed on my testing file, and holy bejesus, the upgraded shed is totally worth it because it motivated me to keep grinding towards more wood and more materials to have for building more preserve jars, more kegs, and just make ton of artisanal items. So I left ton of blueberries, ton of cranberries, ton of pumpkins and other items from previous seasons inside of the shed, and I started turning that into artisanal items. And I can tell you right now, trying to fill the shed with these kegs or even the preserve jars will take you a tremendous amount of time. That is, of course, if you are playing the game normally and if you're not using the mods in order to gain access to whatever items you might need. Because, I mean, I get it. If you're trying to be a content creator, go crazy with the mod. I will not judge you. This game is, I believe, an endless potential for coverage because you will never do the farm the same way the second time you play through it. Obviously, I'm doing this map layout for the first time, so I do not know what to exactly to expect besides the fact that now I have access to the hardwood, which can be now actually broken down into the regular wood. But other than that, I mean, the chances and opportunities are limitless. Heck, even if you decide to play this with some of your friends, you have a limitless freedom to go totally crazy and turn your farm into the most beautiful place ever. Or heck, even do something which I saw on the YouTube where 4 people share this type of farm layout and they each try to reach like 20,000 earned in Stardew Valley first from all the players which are participating in the save file. And that can be a totally fun thing to do with your friends. I mean, you can go totally crazy in this game right now, so I definitely advise you to give this a shot. If you were not able to pick this title up during the winter season or the winter sale on the Steam, it's still not super expensive for you to try and pick this up, so I still highly recommend this title. The overall feedback of the community and the fan base is still highly positive, so you have honestly absolutely nothing to lose if you give this a shot. Plus, Steam has a nice return policy in case you are not happy with the game and you want to try your luck on one of the other titles which are available to you to try, because we all are working with fairly limited amount of time. If you go to school, if you go to work, if you have family to take care of, I get it. You are trying to find the best title that will basically fill in your free time and give you the best satisfaction. So if you feel like Victoria is more up your alley, go crazy. I believe there have been some new patches for the game, so who knows. But yeah, I will try to cover Stardew Valley with 2-day episodes, at least for a couple of few new updates on my channel, just so that I can go through the spring season at a more faster pace. Obviously, I did fall a bit behind, but that is because, well, if you saw what I did on the previous episode, that took me some tremendous amount of time to put together, talk about the topic, not in the most efficient way, I do realize that, but still, I tried to make a point, and if anyone even slightly understood what in the world was I talking about, well, then you are most welcome. Anyhow, I do not have money to upgrade any of the other tools. I do have wood for another amazing potential to build another chest, which I most likely will be forced to do, but yeah. For now, let's head into another day. Our pooch is resting by the fireplace, being nice, warm, and cozy. We did not earn too much money today, but that is perfectly fine. Let's head into our rainy day. Potentially I might spend it mining based on the luck that is, but I mean, honestly, if you saw the 1.3 version, well, then you might have seen that I was able to find a decent haul of minerals even on the unluckiest of days. So yeah, this has been watered, which is great. Unfortunately, I do not have the money to go and basically build the coop, which is a shame because today actually Robin is definitely at her store. So what I most likely will do actually is, hold on, spring foraging bundle. I can totally finish that one off. So we're gonna get some additional spring seeds, so that's funny. Unfortunately, we still do not have access to the train tracks and to the hot baths or just the bathhouse, so I cannot use that for restoration of energy. I will go into the mines later on. I want to take a look if there is anything forageable on the rest of the map. Obviously, I do not have to spend most of my day today by watering the crops. I might clear out a section of my map. I don't know. But most likely I will try to go deeper in the mines, get more minerals because I need copper for the tappers. I will definitely probably go and invest into not the cheaper crab pot construction recipe. I would rather increase the selling price for the crab pots, and this is due to the fact that when I went on my testing file with the cheaper crab pot path, well, when I went for the level 10 perk, or skill, which gives me the ability to not have to reload the fish pond with more bait, what happened was that I was more picking up the crab pots rather than just picking up any of the shellfish or any of the other things which you can come across inside of them. So this was an issue, and I had to go into the sewers to pay the statue of the dog or what it is to actually get back the perks of higher selling price. And I still do not recommend you losing on the opportunity to actually get rid of the waste from the crab pots. Now, fun thing actually about the sea urchin is that a lot of fish request sea urchins, especially two of them, to be loaded into the fish pond in order to level up their population. I do believe actually the night squid did ask me this. I'm not really sure, maybe during the editing of this video I will go into my file and double check this, but I do know, for example, that the salmon, okay, I just pulled out sunfish out of someone's trash can, that's interesting. I do know that actually salmon did request 2 pieces of jade in order to level up its population. So I'm gonna go back to the topic which I already covered in the previous day, stating that it would be really nice to actually have a file which would tell you how many days does it take to fully reach the population of each species, because the wiki page does not have this, or a list of items which you need to level up the population of the fish in your fish pond. And trust me, this can be super helpful, as some of the items which you need to load up are pretty idiotic, and some of them are actually really hard to come by, especially in the start of your walkthrough. Like for example, if you want sturgeon, I believe the first item it requests from you is an actual goddamn diamond. Then it requests less hard to come by items, but it starts off with a freaking diamond. And as I said, it takes 6 weeks for sturgeon to get to the final request. That is, if you are able to load up the requested items on the first day when it manifests itself. So since I'm a bit of a hoarder, I was able to pull this one off. So just a fair warning. But I still think that that list and the selling price of the aged row or the base row would be really nice. And now that you can actually upgrade your shed and you don't have to invest into the deluxe barn to store in a ton of preserve jars, you can go totally crazy. Plus remember, some of the row doesn't take that long to actually turn into the aged row. So you can get some nice return from this. And I do know that coming across the seaweed and the algae might be a pain in the ass for some of you. And I still regret the fact that you cannot get your hands on a damn seaweed or like a green algae stock at Pierre's, for example, or Willy. Why can't you buy like a stock of 5 from him, you know? Or at the Joja Mart or something. For Christ's sake, I mean, I don't understand why not. Especially since the seaweed is at least used for the Mackie roll and you can use the green algae to be turned into an algae soup. So why not, you know? Okay, let's see. We need actually right now wood in order to build another chest to dump in all this stuff so that I can go into the mines. And I'm gonna put the chest right now in here. I know it's not the best spot, but oh, what the heck. We do what we gotta do. We are gonna load in all of this. I'm gonna right now actually sell the coral, the sea urchin, the mussel, and the sunfish. I know that some of these things are used for the actual community center. And speaking of community center, I just realized I could have taken some of these items, so I'm missing horseradish and daffodil, to load them up into the community center and unlock the access to the other room, which would allow me to start working on more bundles to be completed. So let's go for the rest of the day into the mines, and on the next episode most likely I will start working towards getting some money for the coop so that I can purchase my chicks and I can start working towards my mayonnaise empire, especially if I go with the basic chickens. I might try my luck to get a blue chicken on this walkthrough, but there will be some issue with that because you need to fulfill certain things in order for you to then purchase chickens from Marnie and potentially one of them turning blue, which you do not know at the start when it's still in the chick form because they are all yellow. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So first bundle finally finished, and man did it take me some damn time to get this done. Luckily, we have now access to another room and even the aquarium, so I can start fulfilling these bundles. So I kind of regret selling the fish pond, the coral, the sea urchin, and all the other funky stuff. I mean, I can start working towards this and towards the quality bundle. So I need to get 5 gold star quality parsnips. So hopefully I did plant more parsnips. If not, I will be forced to because I would hate to wait all the way until the end of my first harvest of pumpkins and corn in the fall season. Well, corn I can harvest, of course, during the summer season. It's a multi-season crop, But you get the point. I don't want to wait too damn long, and I want to get my hands on the damn greenhouse as soon as possible, because you never know how fast you can come across a goddamn ancient seed inside of the mines. So hopefully I'll be lucky enough to show you that I will pull off a ancient seed. Potentially. You never know. What I would really like to come across is a better weapon, because this is annoying the heck out of me. Ooh, earth crystal. Wonderful. We do need those. Amethyst, especially if I want to level up friendship with Emily or anyone else who enjoys this item. This is a horrible weapon. I seriously want to go into the files of the game and change the name to Stabbing Stab, because this is annoying the frick out of me. I really hope I'm gonna come across anything else, and I would really hate to go out and spend money at the guild for a better weapon right now. Ooh, wow, okay, actually even a rock crab is hidden here. I really want to prioritize killing these two maggots before they harden their shell and turn into this annoying thing. Because it's much harder to deal with them, because they are coming from all angles, and it's just super annoying to deal with. And if you mix in a slime into the whole shebang, then that's just too damn many things swarming at me. So this is exactly the perfect way to show you how not to deal with the enemies in the mines or the creeps, which are all over the damn place. Especially if I'm dealing 1 damage to them. But at least I'm coming across a ton of bug meat, which is super useful, because I will have at least items to utilize for crafting of the wild bait if I level up finally Linus's friendship with me all the way up to 4 hearts, which is how much you actually need in order to get there. And I'm still kind of disturbed by the cutscene, but the fun thing is that once you actually come across the recipe, you are able to come across the new items in the treasure chest. So for example, if you purchase from Gus the recipe for the triple shot espresso, which is such a great thing, the time during which the added speed bonus lasts from these triple shot espresso is so amazing. I stopped drinking the regular coffee altogether, and I just totally switched into just drinking the triple shot espresso. And all you need for that is 5,000 gold in order to get the recipe from Gus, and then you need 3 coffee mugs. So basically that's equal to like 15 coffees to be crafted into coffee to be turned into triple shot espresso. And if you get your coffee bean quite early, you are able to get a decent crop or start growing your coffee inside of the greenhouse for a steady supply of coffee for you to work with. And I just realized I'm kind of totally on the bottom of my HP and energy, so I rather restore some of it. I can cheat a bit and knock out the torches and sell those as well. I mean, their selling price is horrendous, but at the start of the game, especially if you're coming across totally empty mines, you can totally do that. Finally, we have a better sword. So one of the fun things which you can do in the 1.4 update is to level up your trash can. So when you put in any of the items which you find, you are actually totally able to get some return value from them. I'm not sure if I covered this topic yet, but here I go again, like the Whitesnake song says. And no, I'm not gonna feature that here, because even few seconds of a goddamn song on YouTube gets demonetized, so I rather keep the rights to the video to myself because I spent so damn much time on it. If you don't know who the heck I'm talking about, you're probably just too damn young, or you don't listen to like rock stations. But I'm not gonna judge you for that. Anyhow, let's get deeper into the mines. We still have some damn time. And yeah, also, one other issue which I'm coming across in my later walkthroughs is that I just do not have enough fiber. The reason why I want to get fiber is for one damn reason, and one damn reason specifically. It helps you get the recipe to speed up the growth of the trees. Now the fun thing is that actually, and I want feedback from the community on this, when I kept the maples on my farm, or actually, was it the oaks? I think it was the oaks. If I utilize that speed grow which you can obtain, I don't have the recipe for it yet, so I cannot show you the icon for it, which helps you to speed up the growth of the trees on your farm. When they were hatchlings, in like 2 days they turned into a full damn tree. So I'm not sure if this happened to any of you, while if I grew or utilized the speed grow for the trees on the other parts of the map, it took them forever to reach like full maturity. Wow, am I coming across a ton of bug meat. And I do want that one last piece of copper. I hope I won't get killed by these things. And they're really wasting my damn time. So I'm just gonna knock this thing out. Go here. Get to level 25 and run back to my farm. But anyhow, I do hope you guys did enjoy this double feature. There will be a few more of these just to have more footage covered, since I had time during the holidays to edit this footage out. And I do apologize that therefore I might not be able to respond to your comments that much in the footage at least, but I wanna move my file forward at least somewhere so that we can discuss some of the other topics and I can start working towards some of the other things on my farm, and hopefully you will all join me. Ooh, another rice shoot! I can actually plant that, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, because it's super late and I really don't want to end up sleeping outside. And I'm gonna keep all the rest of these things. So thank you for watching. Check out the channel for more fun content. And yeah, maybe recommend the channel. Let me know how you came across it. And hopefully I will see you on one of the future uploads here on Not Your Professional channel. Did I just seriously take bait to smelt the copper with? Okay, never mind. Let's pretend that did not happen. I will wish you all the best in the meantime. I publish videos on my channel on a weekly basis, so stay tuned and maybe subscribe, and goodbye.